Greetings, dear friends. This is Alejandro, your tarot reader, connecting with you. Peace to you and your world. Today, I invite you to join me in a flowing tarot reading, where we will dive deep into the hidden thoughts and emotions of the one you have in your heart. Through the energy of the cards, we will uncover what he feels, what he hides, and what destiny whispers about your connection. Let's begin this journey together. There is a tenderness in his mind when he thinks about you, like the first trembling note of a song just being born. The Page of Cups speaks of a gentle, shy affection, as if his feelings still surprise him with their purity. When you appear in his thoughts, it's like a sudden glimpse of something soft and beautiful, something that touches a part of him that he usually hides from the world. Yet with the Three of Cups weaving into this emotion, his thoughts expand beyond private tenderness. Now, there is a feeling of joy and shared happiness. It's as if in his heart, he sees you not just as a fleeting emotion, but as someone who could bring lightness and celebration into his life. Your connection makes him think about laughter, togetherness, and moments when two souls dance in harmony. And then the Emperor steps in, a powerful, structured energy that does not easily sway with emotion. In his mind, despite the playful, affectionate feelings, there is also a need to bring order and control. He wants to define these emotions, to understand where they lead, to ensure he stays strong. His thoughts are torn between surrendering to the tenderness and holding himself firm like a ruler protecting his realm. Altogether, when he thinks about you, a quiet emotional storm brews inside him, a mixture of innocence, happiness, and the need to stay composed. His mind paints a future where affection exists but must fit into his vision of stability. He feels the pull of the heart but still holds tightly to the throne of reason. In the hidden spaces of his heart, there is a sense of wanting to give and receive something meaningful with you. His feelings are balanced, searching for an exchange that is not only fair, but also deeply nourishing. He does not want a one-sided bond. When he thinks of you, he imagines offering a part of himself and feeling your warmth in return, creating a flow of energy that heals old wounds. As these emotions deepen, the image of a new beginning becomes stronger within him. There is a solid desire to plant something real with you, something that could grow roots and last. His heart sees you as a true opportunity, not a passing dream. He feels that with you, life could offer him a chance to build something precious, a stable connection born from real effort and genuine care. Yet beneath this hope, there is a shadow, a memory of loss, betrayal, or deep disappointment that lingers in his soul. Part of him fears being hurt again, fears that even the most beautiful beginnings might still end in pain. When he feels for you, it stirs both his dreams and his buried fears, making his emotions complex, layered, and bittersweet. Altogether, he feels a profound potential with you, a chance for something honest and lasting, but he also carries the scars of the past. His heart moves between hope and hesitation, between reaching out and protecting itself. Loving you feels like both a healing and a risk he's afraid to fully take. There is a quiet sincerity in his intentions, like someone carefully crafting a message they hope will be understood. Deep inside, he wants to approach you with honesty, offering something small yet real. A gesture, a conversation, a beginning that speaks louder than grand declarations. He may not be rushing forward, but in his soul, he is planting the seeds of something meaningful with you. As this intention ripens, a brighter, more radiant energy emerges. His heart wants to move toward joy, toward openness, toward a future where happiness is not hidden but shared openly. His spirit envisions a connection with you that brings light into both of your lives, where truth and warmth replace uncertainty. His desire is to live authentically with you, to create moments that feel alive, natural, and filled with mutual trust. But his vision is not just about external happiness, it touches something deeper. He senses an emotional bond that goes beyond words, a silent understanding that ties your souls together. His deeper intention is to nurture this emotional intimacy, to protect it, to cherish it. It is not just about being together. It is about truly feeling each other and letting love flow freely between your hearts. Altogether, his intentions carry both simplicity and depth. He dreams of offering you something pure and growing it into something lasting. His soul does not seek grandiose gestures. It seeks real closeness, emotional safety, and the kind of love that fills the soul, not just the moment. There is a restlessness in him, a force that sometimes urges him to speak out, to rush toward you with truths he holds inside. His mind races with thoughts he does not dare to express fully, as if he fears that honesty could break the delicate balance between you. Even when he wants to charge forward and reveal his heart, something holds him back, perhaps pride, fear, or simply the weight of uncertainty. Balancing this inner storm, there is a part of him that longs for harmony and patience. He knows that revealing everything too quickly could cause more harm than good. Within him lives a careful negotiator, trying to blend emotions and reason, seeking the perfect moment when sharing his hidden feelings would not seem reckless but necessary and right. His need for balance is a silent guardian that keeps many words locked inside. And then there is a deeper silence, a sacred space he has built around his most vulnerable truths. This place is not cold, it is protected, hidden away like a lantern in a cave. Sometimes he withdraws inward, needing solitude to make sense of what he feels. His deepest thoughts are not meant to deceive. They are kept hidden because he himself still searches for their true meaning. Taken together, his hidden feelings and thoughts are a mixture of urgency, caution, and deep self-reflection. He hides not because he wishes to betray you, but because within him rages a quiet battle between the need to reveal and the fear of being exposed too soon. In the depth of his soul, he longs to whisper to you that you are his hope, his guiding star in a sky that sometimes feels too dark. Even if he never speaks these words aloud, the feeling burns inside him. A dream that you are the light he wishes to follow, the distant promise of a better future. His heart quietly sings of you as someone who brings inspiration and meaning to his inner world. As this yearning matures, it transforms into something more sacred. Deep within, he wishes to offer you something lasting, a bond built on trust, tradition, and unspoken vows. His unspoken words carry a desire for something pure and honest, not fleeting passion, but something enduring, almost spiritual. He wants to say that with you, he envisions a relationship that carries weight, respect, and sacred meaning. But in the same breath, confusion wraps around his heart. There are fears and illusions he cannot yet name, emotions that blur the clarity of his desire. He fears vulnerability, fears the unseen paths that might await him if he speaks too soon. What he wants to say drowns sometimes in a mist of uncertainties, as if his soul trembles before the great unknown that true love always demands. At heart, he wishes to declare that you are his inspiration and his future, yet the weight of fear and hidden doubt silences him. His heart is full of sacred dreams, but his voice is still lost between the longing for forever and the fear of losing himself along the way. There is a quiet sorrow in him, a part that fears he may one day have to walk away from something he deeply cares about. In the secret corners of his heart, he dreads the idea of emotional abandonment, either by his own choice or yours. The thought of investing so much of himself and still needing to leave weighs heavily on his spirit, like a farewell he fears before it even happens. Alongside this, confusion clouds his emotions. He is afraid of illusions, of building dreams that have no real foundation. In his heart, he questions whether what he feels is true or merely a reflection of his own longings. The fear of being deceived by appearances, of hoping for a future that turns to mist, haunts him more than he dares to admit. Beneath it all, there is an old ache, a deep, persistent grief that shapes the way he loves and fears. His soul remembers past losses, broken hopes, and the heavy taste of regret. When he looks at your connection, part of him fears that no matter how beautiful it seems, it could end in the same silent sadness he once endured. All in all, his fears are not about you as much as they are about the wounds he carries within. He is afraid of losing something precious, of chasing dreams that vanish, and of reliving the sorrow he thought he had buried long ago. His heart trembles not from lack of feeling, but from the depth of it. There is something in you that awakens his fire, stirs his spirit, and challenges him in the best way. You do not make things too easy for him, and strangely, that excites him deeply. The energy between you brings a sense of lively tension, as if every meeting, every conversation is a spark. He feels alive in your presence, like a warrior called to action, thrilled by the challenge of winning not just your attention, but your heart. As time moves, he feels that meeting you was no coincidence. Destiny itself seems to weave around your connection, shifting his inner world. What draws him most is the feeling that you are a turning point in his life, a force he cannot control, something bigger than simple attraction. You stir in him the belief that life can change, that risks are worth taking, and that some meetings are written among the stars. With you, he feels the call to be stronger, braver, more decisive. Around you, he taps into a part of himself that wants to lead, to protect, to conquer fears. You awaken not only his passion but his willpower, his drive to step up and be the man he secretly hopes to be. It's not just chemistry, it's a deep ignition of who he wants to become beside you. Overall, it is your ability to awaken his fire, his destiny, and his highest potential that draws him irresistibly towards you. With you, he feels not only alive but called to something greater than he ever expected. There is a part of him that feels the heavy weight of expectations, the vision of a life already built, structured, and demanding. The image of stability, long-term commitment, and shared responsibilities sometimes overwhelms him. It is not that he does not want something lasting, but the enormity of what a true partnership requires can make him hesitate, questioning whether he is truly ready to step into a future so firmly set. Underneath this, there is a wound still bleeding, an old heartbreak that he has never fully healed. Deep down, he fears that opening his heart too wide could only lead to more pain. The fear of betrayal, of emotional disappointment lingers within him like a shadow, whispering doubts when he tries to dream about love again. This hidden ache sometimes makes him pull away, even from something beautiful. Then comes the restless spirit inside him, the part that fears losing freedom. A part of him still craves the innocence of beginnings, the fresh air of possibilities without constraints, The thought of diving deep into a serious bond stirs a silent rebellion within him, a wish to remain unbound, to explore without limits, even when his heart desires closeness. Summing up, what pushes him away is not a lack of feeling, but a complex web of fears: fear of commitment, fear of reopening old wounds, and fear of losing his sense of self. Love calls him, but so does the whisper of a rose still untraveled. When he looks back, he sees you as a vibrant, captivating force, someone full of life, warmth, and inner fire. In his memory, you shine with confidence and passion, a woman who brought energy and meaning into his world. Your presence wasn't passive, it stirred something active inside him, inspiring him to step closer, even when he didn't fully understand where the road would lead. As these memories sharpen, they carry a clarity that cuts through confusion. He remembers moments of truth, words that mattered, emotions that were undeniable. There is a sense that, through you, he saw parts of himself more clearly, both his strengths and his fears. The past is not a blur to him. It is sharp, etched in his mind with all its revelations and awakenings. At the same time, there's a tenderness blooming in his recollections, the feeling of an emotional opening he perhaps did not expect. His heart remembers the sweetness, the emotional depth, the pure and sincere flow of connection. Looking back, he realizes that what grew between you was not just attraction or conversation, but the beginning of something profound, a feeling that touched him deeper than he initially realized. Reflecting on your shared past, he sees it as a journey that awakened both fire and vulnerability within him. It was a time of recognition, clarity, and unexpected tenderness, a precious beginning that still echoes in the hidden chambers of his heart. In his dreams of the future, he imagines a bond that requires strength, persistence, and resilience. He envisions a connection where both must fight, not against each other, but together, side by side against the world. Deep inside, he knows that building something meaningful with you would demand courage, standing up for the relationship even when life brings challenges. He senses that your future together would be a path worth defending. There is also a sense of excitement bubbling within him. He dreams of adventures yet to be taken, of sparks that continue to fly between you even as time moves forward. In his mind, your future is not about routine, it's about movement, discovery, and fresh energy. You inspire him to stay curious, to explore new emotional landscapes, to stay alive inside the relationship. However, there is also an underlying fear of conflict, the worry that misunderstandings, pride, or wounded egos could cast shadows over what could be beautiful. He fears that without careful tending, hurtful words or actions could create distance where there should be closeness. Part of him knows that love must be stronger than the occasional storms that inevitably arise. Ultimately, he envisions a future where love is a battle worth fighting for, a living, breathing connection that requires both fire and forgiveness. In his heart, the future with you is not static, it's vibrant, sometimes turbulent, but always alive with passion and meaning. There is a part of him that is steadily preparing, quietly working on himself behind the scenes. His heart knows that true connection requires effort, and he seems willing to put in the work, not with grand, impulsive gestures, but with consistent, meaningful steps. Deep inside, he understands that building something real with you demands more than feelings. It demands patience, skill, and conscious dedication. At the same time, a powerful transformation is stirring within him. He is undergoing an inner death, letting go of old fears, past failures, and limiting beliefs. Something inside him knows that to move toward you authentically, he must shed an outdated version of himself. His soul senses that he cannot carry old baggage into a new future, and this realization shakes him, but also renews him. As this inner change strengthens, a surge of willpower and determination awakens. The moment he feels ready, he will move with focused energy. No hesitation, no backward glances. His spirit longs for decisive movement, to take the reins of his life and steer it towards you. He dreams not just of thinking about change, but embodying it, charging forward once the internal transformation is complete. In essence, he is not yet in full motion, but he is deeply preparing. His journey toward you is not about rushing blindly. It is about becoming the man capable of loving you with strength, clarity, and unstoppable force when the time is right. There are forces around him that stir his emotions, encouraging him to act from the heart rather than from pure logic. He is influenced by dreams, romantic ideals, and the longing to follow the path of his feelings. Friends, moments of beauty, small signs from the world, all these subtle experiences push him toward choosing love over fear. His environment whispers to him that emotions are not weakness, but a guide to something real. Yet there is also a louder call for awakening, a sense that life itself is demanding a decision. Circumstances around him, perhaps past mistakes or life events, are forcing him to confront truths he can no longer ignore. He feels judged, not by others, but by his own soul, as if destiny is asking him, will you rise to this moment or will you let it pass? External pressures are making it impossible for him to remain passive. Amid these deeper movements, there's a rush of new energy urging him to act boldly. Opportunities may be opening, passions may be reigniting, and the outside world seems to be challenging him to step into action before it's too late. It's as if everything around him is charged with the energy of a beginning, but it demands courage and decisiveness. Altogether, his decisions are influenced by the gentle pull of emotions, the serious call of destiny, and the urgent pressure to seize the moment. His world is no longer allowing him to stand still. It pushes him closer and closer to the edge, where choice must become action. When you appear before his eyes or drift into his thoughts, his first instinct is often one of caution. A part of him instinctively pulls back, guarding his true feelings, as if afraid to show too much too soon. He watches, analyzes, holds emotions close to his chest, worried that if he reveals everything, he might lose the mysterious, delicate thread that ties him to you. His reaction is not indifference. It's a silent, almost trembling protectiveness over something he values deeply but fears exposing. Yet beneath that careful exterior there is a slow and steady movement of the heart. His emotions don't rush, they build, solid and grounded. Every time he sees you or thinks of you, another layer of feeling anchors itself deeper inside him. He may not act impulsively, but his commitment to what he feels grows stronger, like roots silently spreading underground, preparing to one day support something beautiful. However, sometimes your presence or even a vivid memory shakes him at the core. It is as if the walls he carefully built around his heart crack for a moment, revealing the raw intensity of what he tries so hard to contain. This emotional earthquake can leave him stunned, unsure how to rebuild his defenses after such a jolt of real feeling. Altogether, when he sees you or thinks of you, he experiences a collision between self-protection and profound emotional awakening. His guarded mind and yearning heart are at war, and every glance, every memory pulls him closer to surrendering completely, even if he doesn't know how yet. Standing at a crossroads, he is learning that choice defines destiny. Through your connection, he begins to understand that life doesn't wait forever, that standing still too long can mean losing something precious. He feels the tension between the familiar and the unknown, and your presence forces him to confront what he truly desires, instead of drifting aimlessly. The lesson is clear: he must decide, and with decision comes transformation. As he reflects more deeply, he realizes that growth is not immediate. Relationships, like all meaningful things, require patience, nurturing, and care over time. Being with you teaches him that love is not just about passion or grand moments. It's about daily commitment, about tending to something delicate that must be protected and allowed to flourish naturally. Impatience gives way to perseverance in his soul. At the same time, there is a tender realization that emotions from the past, old joys, old wounds, still shape his present choices. Through you, he sees that healing is part of love, that sometimes we carry fragments of childhood or previous dreams into our adult hearts. Your connection mirrors back to him that true intimacy accepts the whole journey, not just the polished present. Looking at it all together, he is learning that love is a path that requires choice, patience, and healing. Your bond teaches him that growth is slow but real, that memories are not chains but bridges, and that true connection demands both courage to move forward and tenderness toward the past. The bond between you holds an irresistible magnetic pull, a connection that stirs desires too powerful to ignore. There is intensity, passion, and a deep, almost fated attraction that ties your souls together. Yet within this fire there lies a warning. Without awareness, such intensity can turn into entanglement, where emotions blur into obsession. The potential outcome begins with surrendering to the undeniable force between you, but it asks for wisdom as much as for passion. Within this energy, the power to create your destiny blooms. If both of you can channel the raw force of your connection, there is the potential to shape something extraordinary. The future is not written yet. You both hold the tools to build it. It requires conscious choice, personal responsibility, and active manifestation of your dreams together. Your bond is like a spell, ready to be cast, but it demands clarity of purpose, and at the heart of it all lies love. Not the love that is accidental or chaotic, but the love that is chosen with full awareness. Your souls are being asked to choose each other again and again, not because of destiny alone, but because of free will. This connection can become a beautiful union, rooted in both passion and devotion, if both hearts say yes to the path, despite the fears and temptations along the way. In conclusion, the potential outcome of your relationship is profound and life-changing. It holds the power to either consume or to uplift both of you. Through conscious choice, through commitment to love beyond desire, your story can become one of the greatest journeys your souls have ever dared to walk. The higher powers whisper that victory is already within your reach, but you must believe it. They urge you to carry yourself with confidence, to see your own worth, and to recognize how far you have already come. This journey is not just about love, it's about claiming your own light. When you walk your path with pride and authenticity, the right heart will always find you, drawn to your true radiance. Yet the message is also about balance. Life and love are not about choosing between dreams and responsibilities. They are about weaving both together with grace. You are being guided to find your center, to juggle the heart's desires and life's demands without losing yourself in the process. When you stand steady between passion and practicality, you become unshakable. At the same time, the higher powers remind you not to carry burdens alone. Love is not meant to be a weight you bear in silence. You are not meant to fight for connection all by yourself. Release what is too heavy. Share your hopes and fears, and allow partnership to be a source of strength, not exhaustion. True connection uplifts. It does not drain. In short, the advice is simple yet profound. Walk with pride, balance your heart and life wisely, and do not carry love as a burden. You are meant for joy, for shared strength, and for a journey where both souls lift each other higher than they ever could alone. Remember, the heart that is meant for you will recognize your light without confusion, without fear, and without delay. Keep moving forward with courage and trust, because everything that truly belongs to your soul is already finding its way to you. I'm sending you peace, love, and all the strength your beautiful journey deserves. Thank you for sharing this journey with me today. If you felt a connection, if even a small part of this reading touched your heart, remember, it's a sign meant for you. Stay close to your inner voice, trust your path, and never stop believing in the magic around you. If you would like to dive deeper into your personal situation, my contact information is on the screen and in the description below. If you enjoyed this reading, please support the channel by liking the video and subscribing for more messages from the cards. Until next time, I send you peace, light, and all the blessings your heart can hold.